It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Thompson Sales, Kitchenland USA, and Smouse Brothers Foundation Repair and Waterproofing. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us again, Sarah and Diana.
Happy Friday.
My other better half.
Friday.
Thank you. It's Friday. That's exciting.
We made it.
We made it. I know. And it's a long weekend.
Yes. Thank you, Lord.
Yeah. So next week's work week is going to be even better.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We will get to the news. President Trump has ordered flags around the country and, of course, here in Missouri to be flown at half staff until Sunday morning this weekend. This to remember the two children who were killed during that school shooting in Minneapolis this week. A shooter opened fire at the Annunciation Catholic Church and School while the children were at Mass. 17 others were also injured. So all flags on public grounds will be at half staff. Individuals and businesses with flags are also encouraged to do the same. With that tragedy and two other local schools having gun incidents this week, the Springfield Police Department are reminding parents to be diligent with your gun, be vigilant with your gun, I should say. Police say, talk to your kids about gun safety. They confiscated a gun at Pipkin Middle School this week, as well as Gainesville, Ozark County schools, and it is the parents' responsibility to lock them up. Officers say having a conversation with your kids, like we never point a firearm at someone or something that we don't intend to shoot, and then always treating a firearm as if it's loaded. Plus, SPD is reminding all gun owners that they need a lockbox at home.
Yep, that's good.
Wow.
Well, several new laws are now in effect. A big one requires sales tax to be paid at point of sale on a new vehicle. So that could be a little chunk of change. The Department of Revenue says that their office needs to get the system ready for banks in nearly 6,000 dealerships statewide. But once the system is running on that end, it'll be a one-stop shop, I guess, when buying a car. And there will be no more temporary tags. The system should be fully operational by late 2026. So
it's a good chunk of change, but I think I like the one-stop shop idea. I never thought it made sense to go buy the car and then have to go pay, you know what I mean? Just
thousands later. Yeah. Hundreds, thousands. I
saw
saw
you're darn it. It's like, you feel like you just dropped all this money and now you got to go pay thousands more.
I saw the other day, I was appalled, a 2023 temporary tag.
Oh,
I'm
man.
How have they not been pulled over?
Yeah.
That's wild
they
to
now
me.
have the flock cameras that are helping catch temporary tag violations. Oh gosh, if my memory serves me correctly, since that ordinance went into place, which is just in the city of Springfield, I think that they had towed 24 vehicles maybe in 6 months' time.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a few.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of cars and DMVs and tags and all the things, Springfield is getting a new DMV office on South Campbell. It's set to open on October 8th near Walnut Lawn. Plus, the Republic office is expanding and possibly moving to a bigger space to accommodate more customers and get them through the lines faster. The new Springfield one will have Saturday hours as well. And can I give an insider tip?
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
I'm always up for a pro tip.
Oh my goodness. So not that I don't mind the downtown DMV, but it just always seems to take a really long time. And you take a number and you sit there forever. I went to the sweet little town of Rogersville. I called them before I went and I said, do you guys have a line or anything? And they're like, nope, there's no one here. And I go, because I just got a new car. I was like, can I get my renewal stuff with you guys? And they're like, yeah, come on down. It was so great.
Good choice on Rogersville, because I feel like everybody else and their dog goes to Ozark or Nixa, and that's not a good idea.
Now my insider tip is not so insider.
I know. Yeah. Thanks a lot.
But if you don't want to wait,
thanks, sort
people.
of. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. There's a pro tip from Diana. Now it's going to
Awesome.
be slammed in Rogersville.
Right. Sorry, lady.
All right. Convoy of Hope, which of course is based right here in Springfield. My husband has been with them all week long at work. They now have a new office open in Georgia, and they opened one 2 years ago in Sacramento, California. So that means that they now have a total of 3 distribution centers: Sacramento, Springfield, Georgia. Of course, Springfield is the flagship, the headquarters, the huge building that is so beautiful. But these 2, coastal distribution centers will allow them to get supplies to victims of whatever storm it may be much faster because they're closer in proximity. So this is interesting timing because today actually marks the 20-year anniversary of Hurricane Katrina.
Wow.
Can you believe that, by the way, that it's been 20 years?
No, I can't.
That was a wild one. Convoy of Hope spent years in Louisiana during the aftermath of that storm, trying to get people back on their feet. And it just so happens to be hurricane season right now. So
Wow.
all of that
coming together. I think it's great that they have them on both coasts,
Yeah.
And in the Midwest, right here, hometown.
Yeah. Right on the interstate, so it's a good locale here too.
For sure. Okay. Well, Missouri is one of 46 states on notice with the Trump administration's Department of Health and Human Services that could see federal funding pulled from their state's sex education program. This because they mentioned transgender people. The administration says that schools must remove gender ideology content from sex education materials paid for through the State Personnel Responsibility Education Program, or PrEP. Otherwise, they could lose money for it. The curriculum is meant to teach young people about abstinence and contraception. Yep.
Okay. Now to this. If you have a girl, you know this store, Claire's. Do you know Claire's?
I know Claire's well. That's where I got my ears pierced. Right? That's the Claire's we're talking about.
Yeah, that's it. Me too, actually. I forget. Because see, now I think of it in terms of having like teenage girls. But you're right. That's also where I got my ears pierced. So yeah, it's been around a while, but they are closing down 290 locations.
Aww.
However, Diana, fear not. The Springfield and Branson location at this point is not on the closing list. Both of those are still open. They have filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy. It looks like right now, though, the local ones were spared. The company says they are hoping to preserve the chain in a downsized format. So maybe fewer stores, downsized, if you will, but hopefully they can remain profitable that way.
I feel like we know how this ends, though, Sarah, because it wasn't that true for Joann's or some other branch that they're like, don't worry, Springfield, we got you. And then like a month or two later, it's like
Bed Bath and Beyond also, right? More recently.
Yeah. Yes. I was trying to remember the locations or the stores of what it was. And it was just sad. It was like, oh, we're safe. Just kidding. We're not. So maybe go shop at Claire's and support them. And maybe they'll see a huge bump in revenue. Be like, we can't close the one at the Battlefield Mall, folks.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see. All right. Well, there is a long weekend ahead. We obviously have told you about a lot of events throughout the week, but there are obviously the 2 really big air shows this weekend happening as we speak, pretty much. Yeah. There is the Wings of Pride, where you can go see the Blue Angels down in Branson. And then, of course, there is in Springfield, at the Springfield Airport, the Air Power Tour. So you can go ride on Fifi if you want. Yeah. I think it's a B-29 Super Fortress.
Yes.
It unfortunately did not take flight yesterday because of the rain expected, but here we are.
Yeah, right.
Here we are. Well, it'll be a great weekend for it, I'm sure.
Yes, lots of things going on. So check it out at aroundtheozarks.com. Also, don't forget, we still have our contest going on for Chiefs tickets given away from us to you, all thanks to Sigwo Arms. They are sponsoring that Chiefs giveaway. And all you have to do is send us a picture of yourself around the Ozarks out and about in your favorite Chiefs gear. Upload your picture and you will be entered into that contest. And somebody's going to win some Chiefs tickets. This first week, the giveaway will be for 2 tickets to go see the Chiefs versus the Eagles at Arrowhead on September 14th.
So cool. That'll
Very
be
fun.
That'll be a great game, I'm sure.
It will be
the
a
Eagles
great
are
game.
always, I feel like, fun to watch. They're a good team to watch.
Yeah.
As opposed to the Bears when we were watching them preseason. That was,
Yeah.
I mean, they had a crazy comeback, but it was like our third stringers. So
you've already been to 1 or 2 games.
Well, this year,
obviously, I guess it was all preseason stuff, but didn't you go?
Yeah, we went to the Bears game. Yeah,
was that just the one? For some
Yep.
reason, I felt like you were at a different one.
No, we're not that diehard.
You're not. Okay, well,
I'm
sure. You know?
I mean, it was fun. It was neat. Met some new friends, that you sit
Yeah.
on the same row and you're like, hey.
Yeah.
I feel
you
like
are a fun person to sit by. I went to a concert with her once. I do like making new friends at places like that. So yeah,
It's a great
some
place.
people just like sit and they don't want to talk to you. It's kind of like an airplane. I'm
Right?
like, we might as well get to know each other. They're like, shut up, I'm trying to sleep. So just depends.
I feel like those people usually give the signal when they have their earbuds in and they're
Yeah.
I am good.
I
don't
can
need
read
to
the
talk.
room, people. It's fine. I will not force you to talk to me.
But hopefully it's a good weekend. It's probably going to be cool to be out on the boat if you're planning on being on the lakes. But
I didn't even
we'll
look at the
see.
forecast. So what is it?
I
Have you
know.
looked at it yet?
Wake Up Weather with Abby Dyer will tell us, I'm sure.
I know. You're going to have to stay tuned for Abby because I failed to. Normally, I give like a flyover if it's a holiday. Not that I can give the detail that Abby can give because let's be honest. I am not a meteorologist. Okay, let's look. Okay. So Saturday's high is 81, Sunday's high is 80, and Monday's high is 80 without much rain in the forecast. So that is a pretty darn perfect Labor Day weekend.
Yeah. Great to be outside and have
Very
your little
nice.
picnic, get your watermelon and baked beans and cook out your burgers. Beautiful.
Watermelon,
weekends for it.
please. Yes.
I know.
Watermelon and smash burgers.
Do you put salt on your watermelon?
My
Is this
mom
controversial?
does. I do not. No, I don't. My mom does, and she thinks it's great.
It's delicious. You need to start doing it.
I don't know. I don't feel like it needs it.
Oh, but you need it. You need to try it. Y'all in the Ozarks, you need to, if you have not tried salt on your watermelon.
Where did you grow up? I forgot.
Nowhere. Everywhere.
Yeah.
I moved around all over the United States. My dad was in the Air Force, so we moved around a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah. And bring your hearing protection if you decide to go see those Blue Angels in Branson.
Yeah, no doubt. I forgot. I knew your dad was in the Air Force, but the reason I was asking is because I was trying to figure out if it was like a geographical, like regional thing with putting salt on watermelon, but
like saying Coke and Pepsi or Coke or soda pop or pop.
I call it pop. Ethan calls it soda. Drives me nuts.
I think
he's always correcting me.
You'll have to test me when I'm not thinking about it.
Yeah.
I do say wash. It's time to wash my clothes.
He said wash until he was at UNLV for college in Las Vegas, the University of Las Vegas, Nevada. And he said wash. There's like an R in it until like his broadcasting and grammar classes were like,
yeah, you can't.
Pretty sure that's not WARSH, just WASH.
Well, that I know I picked up from the state of Washington. Pacific Northwest. Thank you very much. I'm fairly certain that's where I picked it up. But anyway,
there you go.
I'm sure people want to get on with their day, but
old habits die hard. But I'm glad you're here.
Have to fill in.
All right. Well, happy weekend, everybody. Have a great Monday, and we will see you Tuesday morning. Thanks so much, Diana.
Bye.
Bye.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, brought to you by Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your Friday, right before a holiday weekend. It's a good day in the Ozarks, and temperatures are feeling comfortable this morning, too. Numbers are starting out in the mid 50s. It's nice and cool to start. One hazard to mention is that there could be a bit of ground fog as you're heading out early this morning. It's patchy, it's not widespread, but just know that visibility could be reduced to less than a mile in a few places. So please use caution on your way out the door this morning. I think it burns off pretty quickly, though. Temperatures will warm up into the low and mid 80s. I have 83 degrees for the high temperature with partial sunshine on this beautiful Friday afternoon. Wind's not too strong, and if you like this forecast, we'll just repeat it for you a couple of times. I have a fantastic weekend weather forecast for you Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday of Labor Day. All look very nice with partly sunny skies each day. Conditions are unsettled, to say the least, back for many of our friends down south. So it's a different story here in the Midwest. We have nice, cooler than average temperatures, a very dry pattern. That's really one thing I would change if I could in this forecast is that we need a little bit more rain to be distributed across the Ozarks. I think this week will contribute to our abnormally dry conditions showing up on the drought monitor. Those conditions will likely worsen as we head into next week. Dry through the entire holiday weekend. That's true through Monday as well. Temperatures, they're going to stay below average. Low temps, not quite as cool as this morning every morning, but I have lows falling back to near 60 degrees each night. High temperatures, they're going to stay in the low to mid 80s. So it is a fantastic stretch of days. Perfect weather for camping, outdoor activities. Even if you want to head to the lake, try and sneak in a last pool day. It'll be warm enough in the afternoon, but the water may be a little bit chilly because of these cool nights that we've had for the last several days. Overall, though, it's a very pleasant Labor Day weekend forecast. We can't ask for much more than this. As I mentioned, lows falling back to near or either side of 60 degrees each night, with afternoon highs in the 80s each day. It will be a beautiful stretch of days. I do have to at least mention the chance. It's like a 10% chance for a shower Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I don't think these are going to be widespread. In fact, we probably will be wishing for more by the time that rain is over. But I do have it just a chance for a spot shower. I wouldn't cancel any plans over it. Around the country, here's what's making headlines. It's winter weather for northern Alaska, also coming with some super high winds as well as the snowfall. So there's parts of the U.S. experiencing some winter weather already. We also have a cooler weather pattern for most areas, really east of the Rockies. The only places where this isn't true is much of the West Coast as well as southern portions of Texas. That's where some above average temperatures are still located. Also, we've got wet weather for the Gulf Coast this weekend. That's going to stay into parts of Florida as well. So those folks are getting kind of wet holiday weekend weather while we have the nice mild air and dry pattern for the foreseeable future. All right, here's a look at the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question for the day. What I left you with yesterday, who is known as the Queen of Pop? Do you think that is A, Britney Spears, B, Madonna, C, Taylor Swift, or D, Janet Jackson? Well, this name belongs to only one, and it would be B. Madonna will always go down as, quote, the Queen of Pop. Congrats if B was your guess. All right, here's your next chance to win the Weather Brain Twister trivia question. In which year was Labor Day first celebrated as a national holiday in the United States? How long do you think we've been celebrating laborers? Do you think it's been since A, 1882, B, 1894, C, 1901, or D, 1925? You can let me know what you think. What year was Labor Day first celebrated as a national holiday in the United States? If you want to take a guess at that one, you can head on over to the website. It's aroundtheozarks.com. If you need weather info through the holiday weekend, be sure to check out the website. We'll have it covered for you there up to the minute all day long through the holiday weekend. Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather is off for the holiday on Monday, so I will chat with you again first thing next week on Tuesday morning. Have a fantastic and safe holiday weekend, and thanks to our sponsors, Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet.